introduced myself to him, and I found out one thing, that he's a winner, he's a winner, he's a winner, he's a winner. And I get excited when I think about what an asset he is to this company, Zengel. I get excited when I think about what an inspiration he is to all. And I get really excited when I think about what he means to your success, to your success. So please get on your feet and help me welcome one of my best friends and one of Zengel's greatest leaders to the stage, Justin Prince.
Folks look intimidating. Jim Rohn says that after weekends like this, he says, we now have enough testimonials and personal experiences to conclude that it's possible to create and to design an extraordinary life.
Yeah.
5 years ago last month, I received a phone call from a medical doctor friend of mine. And we got talking and got conversing, and I said, so what's up? Because he doesn't call me every day. And he says, that's network marketing. And guys, all I knew about network marketing is I didn't want to know anything else. If this is indifferent, you don't really have a bias one way or the other, and this is positive, and this is negative, this was me. I was a cynic. And I thought, who conned you into conning me into network marketing? And he got telling me, he said, Justin, he says, I know you've had some good success for a young age. He says, if you're interested, that's awesome. If you're not, that's fine. He says, but I thought of you and I thought you should look into this. And that call, I was this open. He didn't know this. But folks, I had a big, big dream for my life. When I was a little kid, my dad would come to all my basketball games. Because he owned his own business. And so he rowed his own boat. And I said to him when I was a little guy and had a job, I said, Dad, as opportunities, will I go look for them? He says, they'll come to you. He goes, keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. He says, they'll come to you. And I was on the phone with this doctor and I'm thinking, what if? What if? What if this is what I've always looked for? What if this is what I've always wanted? What if in 5 years I could be set for life? What if my little boy who was in the car with me when I received the phone call, what if when he's 6, because he was 1 at the time, what if his daddy would have set him up? And I thought, it's worth a try. So I joined network marketing, and it wasn't our company, it was a prior experience. And it was a startup, and it was ground floor. And I thought, well, that's important, okay? And I went to their company's launch 5 years ago in 11 days, and I sat there, and it was like NASA. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, then they launched. And I thought, it's no different right now than it was 10 seconds ago. They said, you better get in early. You better get in early before the launch. And guess what happened? Nothing happened. So I had to go to work. And my wife and I went to work, and over the next 2 years, we became the #3 income earner and the national spokesperson of this little rinky-dink, little tiny little startup company. And at one point I was 26, and I married way over my head. My wife, I think, was 29. So I'm smart. So anyway, I was 26 years old, and we were featured in 2,000 newsstands in every Barnes & Noble and Borders all over the country in the entrepreneur section, so I thought I was kind of a big deal. And on Tuesday night, I was getting on a midnight flight to New York City, and on Wednesday morning, our company was out of business. And the money that we had made in our prior life in direct sales prior to networking was all gone. And we came into Zengel a little bit wounded. I went and met with these different companies and company owners and had them contacting us saying, hey, come check out what we're doing. And I met fantastic people and great companies. However, folks, I wanted to pick a company that would define its era. I wanted to pick a company that would be the next giant of the industry. I wanted to pick a company and be part of building the next great success story. And so I would meet him, and I'd meet him, and I'd meet him, and I'd meet him. And I thought, Zango's already had its run. Zango's time has come and gone. That was my perspective until I went into Zango. And I thought, this isn't what I thought Zango was. I walked in there and I was blown away. So I joined, and here's what happened when I joined. My sponsor is a young man named Tommy Johnson, and I call him young even though he's old. Tommy said to me, he said, Justin, he says, here's the deal. If you're coachable and you treat this like a real business, he says, your success is guaranteed. I said, sweet sales pitch. I said, why do you say that? He says, because here's the thing, the company will do their part, the products will do their part. He says, the team works. He says, the only X factor is you. So I was stupid enough to believe him, and I went to work. And we started to build. My upline looked like this. I had a millionaire was my sponsor. He came from a real estate background, had 2 little kids, he had the same cynical attitude I had. His sponsor, when I joined, was a multimillionaire. It was his mom. First-time networker, both of them. Then when I joined, her sponsor was a millionaire. He was a former engineer for LA County, was one of my mentors, he and his wife from LA County. They live up in Reno, and between Reno and Lake Tahoe. His sponsor was a former banker, and he was a multimillionaire too. So it went like this: millionaire, 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 me. And guys, I thought to myself, I don't want the story to be written. Millionaire, 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 loser, you know. I thought, I gotta figure this deal out. So I laid at night with my wife. We were laying in bed one night, and I said, honey, we're gonna win big. And she goes, why is that? And I go, because there's no chance I can have this many people that are this good at what they do, willing to invest their time and energy and ambition and talents into me. I said, I'm too stupid to quit, and I'm willing to work hard. I said, we're going to win. But then, folks, here's what happened next. The struggle began. The struggle started. We eked our little way to 1K, and then we eked our way to 5K. Now, here was the thing. I was a 500K, but I was trapped in a 5K body. But I was actually a 500K, but I was trapped in a 5K body. And if anyone here today is wondering how you're going to pull this trip off financially, I can relate. And if any of you have heard Bob Schmidt say he didn't ever have 2 no's in 38 years, and you don't know how that happened, I can relate. And if any of you said, you wonder sometimes, is this really going to work out for me? Is this really going to be real for me? I know it's real for all these guys, and I know it's real for them, but is it going to be real for me? Folks, I can relate. Because I have the same company that they have. I have the same compensation plan they had. And I used to hear their stories, and I come to conventions, and I'm going to tell you this, and you're going to say, did he really just say that? I can't even believe he dared say that, but I'm actually going to say it. I would sit in the back like this, and they would stand up and would like to welcome our, oh, wow, everyone's so excited. And I'm just like, so happy for your success, you know. And here's the deal. They would say, we're going to be huge, and they're going to be richer. Woo, it's great. And then I thought to myself, I have these little kids at home. I got to feed those little guys. And so I kept working, and Tommy said to me, he goes, we need 5 builders, 5 people who treat this like a real business. So the first person that I called was one of my best friends from my prior direct sales business. We went to lunch, we owed each other lunch anyway, and I said, what are you up to? He got into real estate, he says, what are you up to? I said, I'm starting a new network. And he says, listen, dude, I'm in. He says, if you're in, I'm in. He says, because I saw what you did last time, I'm not going to miss it. So folks, I was 1 for 1. And I thought, I only need 5? I only have 4 more to go. This is easy. And then the 22nd person that I sponsored was a builder. So I was a 500K trapped in a 5K, but here's the thing. It was a wobbly 5K. Good line, wobbly line. Good line, not so good line. Wobbly. Because all number 2 through 21, they all said, we're going to be huge. We're going to be huge. We're going to set you free. We're going to be huge. And they weren't huge. And then my upline would say to me, they'd say, don't quit. They say, just don't quit. Just hang in there. And we've been through what you're going through. Just hang in there. And on one hand, I really appreciated it. And on the other hand, I thought, are you manipulating me? Because if I order this juice, you make money. And so if I don't quit, then you make money. Are you manipulating me? And then I would see people on stages like this, and they would say things like, if I can do it, you